So hello and welcome to this After Effects tutorial, and this is part 2. And if you haven't watched the part 1, probably I would recommend you to go ahead and watch that one. And in this tutorial we are going to be continuing. So right now I'm in the After Effects and I'm in the version CC 2022, but the things should be the same in the older versions. So right now I'm going to hit the new composition, and we talked about this in the first tutorial. So right now I'm not going to change anything in here, and I'm just going to click OK. Very quickly, I will just review what we have done in the first one. So we was working with the solids, so I will go to the layer, new, solid, and I'm going to maybe choose some color, so maybe I can go with something like this, and I'm going to click OK, and we have been talking about all of the stuff that is in here, in the transform, that you have like anchor point, position, scale, rotation, opacity, and that by clicking P you can get the position, by clicking S you can get the scale, and so on. And in this tutorial I would like to maybe start with the parenting. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a solid like I did, and I'm going to lock this solid, so I'm going to click this lock, and I'm going to create some kind of shape. So I will go to the shape tool, and I'm going to choose a rectangle, and the fill color I'm going to choose maybe to be blue, like so, and the stroke I don't want to have the stroke color. So right now I'm going to draw something like so, and I'm going to hold shift to stay proportional. As we were talking in the first tutorial, if I'm going to create a shape like this, and let me go to the selection tool, or you can hit V. If I'm going to click on this, you can see that the anchor point is in the center of the stage and not center of the shape. So if I'm going to hit R to rotate it, it is going to be rotating around that place. So what we were doing is with this pan behind tool, or the shortcut is Y, you can click this, and right now I'm going to be able to position this, and I'm going to position it to the center, and I'm going to hold Control or Command on the Mac, and it is going to snap me it like so. So I have created the first shape, and right now I'm going to create the second shape. So I will go in here one more time to the rectangle, and I'm going to change the fill color to maybe something like orange. One thing is that if you are going to have selected your shape, and you are going to try to change the color, you are going to change the color for this one. Okay, so if you want to create the new one, make sure that you are not going to have anything selected. And as we were talking, if I am going to for a moment unlock this solid, if I would have this selected and I would create something, you can see that right now I don't have this option for the fill and the stroke, because what would happen is that we would create a mask on this one. So I will go back, and I will lock this one more time, and I will make sure that nothing is selected, and I'm going to choose maybe an orange color or something like this. Okay, and I'm going to draw one more time the shape, and I'm going to hold shift like so. And one more time with the Y, right now with the shortcut, I'm going to position the anchor point in here like so. So right now I'm going to rename these layers. So I'm going to click enter on this one, and this is going to be blue, and I'm going to click enter on this one, and this is going to be orange. If I want, I'm not really sure if I talk about this in the first tutorial, but there are these little rectangles with the colors, and I can click on this, and this will give me an option to change the color of the layer, and it has nothing to do with the animation, but basically you will be able to see which layer is which shape. Or when you have like many photos, you can put the photos to be the same color, the videos to be the same color, and so on. So right now we have the orange and the blue. And if I'm going to do anything right now with the blue, for example, I'm going to hit S for the scale, and I'm going to scale this, it is not going to have any effect on the orange one. But what I can do is I can parent the orange one to the blue one, or I can parent the blue one to the orange one. So right now I'm going to parent the orange to the blue, and the way how you can do it is by this parent pick, and you can just drag this in here to the blue like so. Okay, I will go ahead in here and for now get rid of this, and in here you have all of these panels, and at the bottom there is this possibility toggle switches modes, and I can click this and it is going to give me something different. And if I click this one more time, it is going to put me to the same position as I were before. So maybe if you have something different in here, it may be caused by that you have clicked this or something like that. But this parenting option should be visible in both of them. And if not, there is like, it happened to me once and I don't know why, but you can right click in here and one more time, this parent and link, you can right click, and there is this option for the columns, and in here you should have the parent and link, and that way you can get it if you don't have it. But yeah, you should have this by default. But what I was talking about is that I'm going to parent my orange one to the blue one like so. And right now what is going to happen is that whatever I do with the blue one is also going to happen to the orange one. Maybe not whatever, but many things. For example, if I'm going to hit S for a scale, it is going to scale like so. But you can see that this shape is going to be scaling from this anchor point. So it's not like this is going to be scaling from its center, but it is going to be scaling from this center. You can see that the blue one is scaling in here from this like so, but the orange one will just simply go like so. Now I'm going to reset the position, reset the scale, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose reset, and I'm going to get the P for the position, and you can see the position is going to be like so that's fine. But for example, right now the rotation, if I'm going to hit R, I'm going to be rotating the blue shape, and the orange one is going to be rotating around like so. So if I'm going to rotate it like so, it is going to be rotating like this, and I will go back. And the one thing which is a little bit interesting is the opacity. I will hit T as a transparency, but it's like the opacity. Opacity is something which for some reason is not affected by this parenting. Also, I can do whatever with the opacity, and nothing is going to happen. There is, of course, a way how you can connect your opacity to the opacity of another object, but that's a little bit different process than this simple parenting. Now, one thing which is important is that we have parented the orange one to the blue one, and not the blue one to the orange one. So whatever I'm going to do with the orange one, if I'm going to hit S, for example, for the scale, it is going to scale me this like so, but the blue is not going to be affected. And of course, what is going to happen is right now when I made this a little bit smaller, and I will go to the blue and I will hit S. It is going to stay proportional like so. So I'm going to scale this, and it is going to the scale of this one is not going to be copying the scale of this one. Okay, so I hope that this makes sense. So like this. And right now, if I would I have parented orange to the blue one, and if I will try to parent the blue one to the orange one, I won't be even able to do this. So yeah, it doesn't work like that. But right now, let me reset this like so. And what we maybe can do is we can create one more of these shapes. So I'm going to position this one but I will have to get the selection tool. So I'm going to position this one a little bit in here like so, and you can see that it is moving like both of them. Now I'm going to position the orange one, and it is going to move only the orange one, and I'm going to create one more. So I will make sure that nothing is selected, and I will go to the shape tool, and I will get some other color, and maybe right now I will go with the red one. So I'm going to get a red, and I'm going to, with my shift, create something like this. And one more time with the pan behind tool, I will have to position the anchor point to the center, and with the control I am snapping it, and I'm going to make this to be red. So I'm going to hit enter, and this is going to be red. And now what I can do is I can right now I have like some option. I could parent the red one to the blue one. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to parent the red one to the blue one like so. And right now, if I'm going to hit P for the position, I'm going to be moving both of them. Or if I'm going to hit S for the scale, I'm going to be scaling both of them. The same thing with the rotation and so on. So you can parent the things like so. And by the way, if we are parenting things, we was doing this with this parent whip. But what you can do is in here you can click, and I am going to for now choose none. But you do not need to parent the orange one like so. That's one of the way. But you can go on the orange layer and click this arrow, and in here you can choose to which layer you want to parent this. So I'm going to choose that I won't like to parent this to the blue one. But this is like not a very good way, because if you are going to be working on the real projects in the After Effects, you may have many layers, and clicking like so and seeing here like 40 layers would be very difficult to find the one that you want to use. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to parent the orange one to the blue one, and I'm going to parent the red one to the orange one. And right now what is going to happen is that if I'm going to hit P for the position on the blue one, it is going to be moving all of them, because I have parented the orange one to the blue one, so that's why the orange one is also moving. But I have parenting the red one to the orange one, so that's why it's moving. So like this. And right now, if I'm going to hit R for the rotation, it is also going to be working the same way. But now what is going to happen is that if I will go to the maybe position of the orange, and I'm going to hit P, it is going to be moving only the orange one and the red one, and the red one is not parented to anything. So yeah, we can have something like this. Now I'm going to show you some other things. And this is going to be a little bit more advanced, but anyway, I would like to show you. So right now I'm going to get rid of the red one, because I do not need to have it. So I'm just going to hit delete. And I'm going to have like the orange one and the blue one. And for now I'm going to get rid of this parenting, and I'm going to get the selection tool, and I'm going to position them like so. So as I showed you, if I'm going to parent the orange one to the blue one, and I'm going to hit the R for the rotation on the blue one, it is going to be rotating like so. But imagine that you would like to rotate this one, but at the same time, the same way you would like to rotate this one. For example, you have like an animation of the car wheel, and you want to animate the one car wheel, and then animate the second one the same way. Or something like that. So this normal parenting is not going to be working for that one. But what I can do, and this is like a little bit with the code, and I can get rid of this normal parenting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if we click on this watch, it is going to give us a keyframe. You remember this from the first lesson. But if I'm going to hold Alt and click on this rotation, it is going to give me some kind of code. And what I can do in here is right now I have this pick whip in here, and I can connect it to this rotation like so. And now what is going to happen is that if I'm going to be rotating, but right now I have parented the blue one to the orange one. So if I'm going to be rotating the orange one, it is also going to be rotating the blue one. And if I want to get rid of that, I can hold Alt and click on the rotation one more time, and it is going to get rid of that like so. And you can do the same thing because let me right now reset both of them like so. And what I did is that I have clicked with Alt to the rotation like so, and this gave me this option and so on. But also there is this peak whip on this rotation blue one and also on this orange one. So what I can do maybe is I'm going to drag this orange one on the rotation to the blue one on the rotation, but not to the blue one layer, but to the rotation like so. And right now I have parented the orange rotation to the blue rotation, and it is going to be working like so. And if I want to one more time get rid of this, I'm going to hold Alt, and it is going to do the same thing like so. And I can do the same thing for the opacity. So for example, I'm going to hit T on the both of them, and I'm going to parent this opacity. And as I said, you can do it both ways. You can click Alt on the opacity and then parent it, or just parent it from here like so. So right now we are parenting the orange one to the blue one, and right now the blue one is going to fade away the same way as the orange one. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that there is this kind of possibility, but these expressions with the code, with the JavaScript, it's like for the whole lesson. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of everything that I have in here. So I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to delete this one, and I have created, or I have prepared little vectors that I have downloaded from the vector from the freepik, and I'm going to provide you a link in the description for the freepik website. But I have adjusted it a little bit in the Illustrator, and I'm going to provide you the file that I'm going to use right now. So I have like an Illustrator file in here, and maybe what I can do is I can show you. I'm going to open this in Illustrator, and it will take a few seconds to open me this in the Illustrator, but yeah. And in the Illustrator I'm going to have something like this, and if I go to the layers, I'm going to have everything in the separated layer. Okay, so yeah, something like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this to the After Effects like so, and it is going to ask me if I want this as a composition or as a footage. I want this as a composition, and this I don't want to change this, so I want this to be a layer size, and I'm going to click OK. And now I'm going to have like two composition. One composition is that I have created. It is going to be comp1, and the second one is going to be this composition. And I have made this in the Illustrator to be 920 by 1080, so it is going to be the same size as the full HD video. And I'm going to double click. Let me do this one more time. I'm going to double click on this, and it is going to open me this like so. And now I don't have this renamed, so I will have to one by one rename this layer. So I'm going to click enter on this one, and it is going to be BG as a background. This one is going to be, I will hit enter, is going to be cloud 1, and maybe I will get rid of some of them. I will see. Cloud 1. This one is going to be egg 1. And yeah, so I will skip this renaming, and I will continue when I will rename all of them. Alright, so I have renamed all of them, and it seems like this layer 5 is empty. There is nothing in there. And as I showed you in the first video, I think that I showed you, you can like hide and show all of your layers. But there is also this little dot, and it's like solo hides all non-solo videos, but basically it means that, for example, this is like the rabbit layer, and if I'm going to click this, it is going to temporarily hide everything except of that layer. And I can go to this layer 5 and I can click this, and I can see that like there is nothing. So I'm going to delete it like so. And this can happen in the Illustrator when I was probably grouping something together, that one layer left to be empty. So now what I want to do at the beginning maybe is, as I showed you, if you want, you can go ahead and change the color of some layers. So maybe I can click on this background to this little rectangle, and I can choose this to be dark green, and I can like see that this is like this is going to be background, and I can maybe position my clouds together. So I can put I can just click and hold, and I can drag these layers as I want. So I can position this like so. This X I would like to maybe position together and like so. And maybe if I want, I can go ahead and select the both clouds with the shift, and I can click, and maybe I can choose that this is going to be aqua like so, or maybe something different, something like blue one. And this X, maybe I can go ahead and make them to be red one, and like so. You can go ahead and play with this to be able to see your layers. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create very simple animations. So I will click on this cloud, and I'm going to hit the P for the position. And as I showed you at the previous tutorial, we have this option to right click and choose separate dimensions, and I'm going to do this because why not. And I'm going to create the new keyframe on the X position, because I would like to animate this from the left to the right. And then maybe I will go to the, I don't know, 10 seconds, and I'm going to animate this X position all the way in here like so. So basically I'm going to hit space to play this, and we are going to have this kind of animation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to parent this cloud to this one. But the thing is that it's important where I'm going to be standing on the timeline if I want to parent this. Because right now, if I'm going to be on this first frame, and I'm going to parent the cloud 2, let me, okay, I have animated the cloud 2, so I'm going to parent the cloud 1 to the, let me open the position on both of them. So I didn't animate the cloud 1, I animated the cloud 2. So I'm going to parent this to the cloud 2, and it doesn't matter that I didn't separate the dimension, but I will go back because I accidentally, and this can happen, I don't want to parent the position of the cloud, but I want to parent the whole cloud. So I'm going to get this peak whip of the whole cloud, and I'm going to parent it to the cloud too, like so. So because if I'm going to, let me go back, if you would accidentally parent the position like so, either to the position or to the cloud, you are going to have this red color with some kind of, and you can see that it's like expression. And also it is going to show me that it contains an error, because you like probably cannot parent position to the whole layer. You can parent the position to the position, but yeah, we do not want to do that. We want to parent the cloud 1 to the cloud 2 like so. And right now they will go together. But if I will go back, and right now I don't have this parented, and I will be in my timeline maybe in here like so, and right now I'm going to parent it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to parent one more time cloud 1 to the cloud 2. What is going to happen that they are going to stay on this position. Okay, so it's like it depends when you are on the timeline. So if I would be in here like so, and I would parent it, it would be animating together like so. But let me go to Okay, I accidentally deleted my keyframe, so I'm going to position this in here one more time, like so, and I'm going to parent it maybe on this place, so I'm going to get it like so, and right now they are going to be together. Now I'm going to I would like to animate the rabbit, so I'm going to click on it and I am going to hit P for the position, and I'm going to very simply create a keyframe like so, and let me zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to click this, and right now I can see my frames. So this is like 10 frames, 20 frames, and so on. And by the way, you have like this on your keyboard, this page down and page up. It should be on the right, and if I'm going to click page down, it is going to move me one frame on the timeline, like so, and I can move on the timeline, and page up will go back. And what you can do is, if you are going to hold shift and click page down, it will move you 10 frames. So like this you can move on your timeline. So if you want to like move 40 frames, you would hold shift and click page down 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So like this you can move on the timeline. So maybe I will go with right now, I don't know, 30 frames, and I'm going to create a new keyframe. So I am going to click this add or remove keyframe at the current time. So I have created 2 keyframes on this rabbit which are the same, and I will go to the first one, and I'm going to position the X position a little bit like so. And right now I didn't separated it. If you want, you can even now right click and choose separated dimensions, and we are going to have the keyframes on the X position and also on the Y position, but I can just click on this Y position like so. But let me go back one more time, and I have to deselect it, and right now I can click on this Y position to get rid of the keyframes, and we are going to stay only but I made mistake. Let me do it one more time. I would like to get rid of the X position because we are animating the Y position. But yeah, you get the point. And now, for some reason, these keyframes right now are not linear. So I can maybe show you, because normally if you are going to create the keyframes, they are going to be like so. They are not going to be like this. So what I can do is I can hold Control and click on them, and then they are going to be like so. And if you are going to select the keyframes, you can go to this graph editor, and in here you can see that this is like the straight line, and it means like that this animation is going to have the same speed all the time. But you can select your keyframes. You can maybe click F9, and in the second I will show you also this without the shortcut. And right now I would go to the graph editor, and right now this is going to be like curvy animation, which would be like at the beginning it will go a little bit slowly, then it will accelerate, and then at the end it will go a little bit slow. And in this graph editor you can like adjust it as you want, but that's for the whole other tutorial. So just for your information, you can have like keyframes that looks differently, and these are like the keyframes that has some kind of easings. And if you want to get rid of the easings, as I showed you, you can select it like so, hold Control and or probably Command on the Mac, and just click, and it is going to put them to be linear one more time. And I showed you that you can select them and click F9, or you can just click or select one and choose F9. Or what you can do is you can select both of them. You can right click. You can go to the Keyframe Assistant, and I showed you this at the first tutorial, because there is this time reverse keyframes, but we are not going to do that. But there is this option easy in and easy out. But I can go with this easy ease if I want. and I'm going to stay with this. Now I would like to also animate the transparency of this rabbit, so I'm going to hold Shift and hit T. This way I'm going to stay with my position keyframes, and I'm going to add the opacity keyframes. And very simply, I can maybe create a keyframe on 100 opacity in here, and I can go maybe to the beginning. And as I said you at the first tutorial, if you are going to be moving on the timeline and you will hold Shift, it will snap you to the keyframe. And right now I can put this to the 0. And basically right now we are going to have this kind of animation. And I'm going to hit space. And yeah, we are going to have something like this. And I can go ahead and play maybe with these keyframes. I can maybe position them like so. So this depends on you. So we have something like this. And now I can do the same thing or very similar thing with this carrot. So I'm going to hit P for the position. Now I'm not going to be or what I can do right now is I'm not going to be animating this. I'm going to parent this carrot to the rabbit. But what is going to happen is that if I'm going to be positioned in here, for example, and right now I'm going to parent the carrot to the rabbit like so, they are going to be from the beginning to the end like so. So I don't want to parent it at that position, but what I want to do is I want to parent it while they are positioned correctly. So basically right now I'm going to parent the carrot to the rabbit like so. And the thing is that as I told you, the opacity is not going to be affected by this parenting. So what I could do maybe is I am going to click U on the rabbit. It is going to reveal me all of the keyframes, and I am going to hit T on the opacity of the carrot, and I'm going to copy these keyframes. So I'm going to hit Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste them on this layer. So I'm going to hit Ctrl V. And right now we have copied and paste the keyframes, and right now it will go like this. And the thing is that some of the things you can copy and paste the keyframes, but for some of the things it is simply not going to be working this way, because the opacity right now it's like it goes from 0 to the 100%, and you can copy without the issue. But for example, the position you cannot copy that simply. But we can see this with this X. So right now I'm going to stay with this as I have it like so, and I'm going to do the same thing for the X. So I'm going to hit maybe. What I can do with this X, I can maybe animate the scale. So I will go to the egg 2 maybe, and I'm going to hit S for the scale, and I'm going to create a keyframe, and maybe I can put this keyframe to be 0 like this, and then I will go maybe with my shift and page down like 1, 2, 3, 30 frames, and I'm going to put this to the 100 like so. So we are going to just have an animation where this go from 0 to the 100. And what I can do is, because I showed you, I can hit F9 to have this like an easy ease. And right now we are going to have something like this. And now, if I would like to parent this egg to this one, I will go to the end, or I can go in here while it is like 100 scale, and I'm going to parent the egg 1. But like the whole layer to the egg 2 like so. And what is going to happen is that this egg 1 is going to be scaling from the anchor point of this one. So it is not going to be scaling from its own. So I will go back, and this is not the way how I could do something like this. But what I could do is I can go ahead and copy this keyframe. So I'm going to hit Ctrl C, and I will go to this egg 1, and I can just hit S to the scale, but yeah. And if I'm going to hit Ctrl V, it is going to paste me those keyframes, but it is going to paste me them on the place where I was on the timeline. So I can position myself in here, and I can hit Ctrl V, and right now it is going to put me on the same place. Or what you can do is I will go in here like so, and I can parent not the layer, but I can parent the scale, which is going to create me the expression to the scale of the egg 2, and right now they are going to be connected with this expression, and they are going to be like so. So yeah, maybe we can do this this way, like so. And the flowers, I'm not going to be right now bothered about the flowers, so I'm going to just very simply get rid of them like so. But the thing is that maybe what I can do right now is first of all I'm going to hit Ctrl A. It is going to select me all of the layers, and I'm going to collapse all of them. Let me do it one more time. So Ctrl A, and I'm going to collapse them like so. And I'm going to open only, I will select the egg 1 and egg 2, and I'm going to hit U to reveal the keyframes, and you can see that we have the keyframe only on the egg 2, and I'm going to get rid of this like so. So I don't want this animation, and yeah. And if I'm going to hit the S for the egg 1, I can see that here we have this expression. So I can just hold Alt and click on this scale, and it is going to get rid of that like so. Now I want to show you something with the position. So I'm going to click on this egg 2, and I will click P for the position, and I'm going to create the keyframe, and then I will go maybe back a couple of, I can do this with the Shift and page up like so, and I'm going to position this down like so. So basically we are going to have an animation which goes like this. And now imagine that I'm going to parent the egg 1, the whole layer to this one. So I'm going to parent it like so, and it is going to be working properly. But what would happen if I'm going to copy this keyframe? So I'm going to hit Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste it. I'm going to hit P on this one, and I'm going to hit Ctrl V. It is going to copy me the position keyframes, and right now this X, I will have to hide this one. This one is going to be on the same position as this one, because when you are copying and pasting the position, you are copying and pasting the exact position, and they are going to have the exact position. I hope that this makes sense. So if you have like, let me go back a couple of times. So like this. So if I would animate the scale of this one, and it's go from 0 to 100, and I'm going to copy that keyframes and paste it to another layer, or in whatever layer or whatever vector, it is going to scale that thing on its position from 0 to 100. And the same thing is with the rotation, the same thing is with the opacity, and so on. So those you can copy and paste without the problem. But the position is like going to give you the exact position, and that's why it's like better to do this with the parenting. But you could see that sometimes it's better to copy and paste the keyframes, and sometimes it's better to parent the things. But yeah. So probably I'm going to end this tutorial in here. I don't want to make this too long. So the last thing that I'm going to show you in this tutorial is how I would export maybe something like this. And the thing is that we didn't create like a long animation, and let me at least parent right now this egg 1 to this Act 2, so they are going to be like the both animating. So basically we have created a very simple animation like so. And now my composition has like 1 minute and 15 seconds, and if I would render this right now, we would have this beginning animation, and then we would have like the video would continue, but we will have something like this until the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this work area end, and I'm going to drag it to the place where I want, and you can just drag it like so, or you can use the shortcut which is N, like a name N, and you can use it like so. And also you can do the same thing with the beginning one. The shortcut is B, but now I'm going to do it like so. So maybe I will position it in here, and right now I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose trim comp to work area, and right now I'm going to have only what I want. And if you change your mind and you would like to make this longer, you can always go in here, right click, composition settings, and in here right now we have this like 10 seconds, but you can change this to be 1 minute and 10 seconds, and hit OK, and right now it is going to be extended one more time, and yeah. But yeah, I don't want to have it like so, so I'm going to click N, and I'm going to click trim to work area, and now I will go to the composition, and there is like add to render queue or add to Adobe Media Encoder queue. And this add to render queue is going to render this in the After Effects, and this Media Encoder is like another software of Creative Cloud. And I almost always do this with this Media Encoder because it's like it's better. In this render queue you don't have like the good option. So I'm going to click this, and this is going to open me this Adobe Media Encoder. And if you have like Creative Cloud, you can just install this, and once you have this installed, it is automatically going to open it like so if you are going to click this in the After Effects. And then it is going to take a while, few seconds, few minutes, depending on the video, on your PC and so on, but basically it is in here going to give you something like this. And if not, maybe what you can do is try this one more time. So maybe you can go to the composition one more time and choose add to Adobe Media Encoder, but then there is a possibility that after a few minutes it is going to appear in here, and it is going to be in here twice. So maybe you can then right click in here and choose remove, but I'm not going to be removing. And in here, this option, I would like to have this H264. I'm not going to be explaining about this, but this is like the standard which is used. Then I can click this one, and it is going to take a while until this is going to open me. So but eventually it is going to give me something like this, and in here I can choose the output where I want to put this. So I can just go on the desktop, but yeah. And I already have this like so, but I'm going to confirm this. And in here there are maybe some things that you can change, but I wouldn't recommend you to change anything in here. Maybe in this video I would this bitrate encoding, change this from this one to this 2-pass, and yeah. But if you don't understand this, don't change anything. It is good as it is. So I'm going to just click OK, and right now I would click this little arrow green, and it is going to render me this like so. And depending on the animation, this is going to be faster or longer. But yeah, this is it. This is all. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have watched until the end, let me know in the comments. And yeah, maybe I will continue with these videos, and I will create part 3 and part 4. Maybe not, I will see. It also depends very on the people who are going to be watching this. But thank you very much, and I hope that you have learned something. And yeah, enjoy your day. Goodbye.